Okay, so let me just go about sharing this to the Twitter.
Yeah.
It's now live. Tweet. Okay, so that should take like a minute or two for people to start jumping in. We'll know definitely as soon as Rui comes into the chat and says, "I'm here." So for now, let's just pad for time while we wait for people to jump in and say, "I'm here." Ugh. Not even water's helping me feel better right now. I've already taken ibuprofen because I already had a bit of a migraine, so I think I'd need more than that.
Not good
timing. See, this is why I hate having anxiety, because it's not good for me. So, those of you who just joined in, let us know so we can get this show up and running. Otherwise, we're just going to keep padding for time. Oh, God. I didn't get to sleep until 2 in the morning, and I'm really paying for it. Like, I just feel so tired. Like, every muscle just feels so tired.
What were you doing until 2?
I was too angry to go to sleep at a reasonable time because my mind was just off on one.
Oh dear.
Yeah. Oh, AJ's here. Okay, so we at least got one person. So let's get this started. Hello, hi. Welcome to our prediction stream for the grand final. Oh my God, it's almost here.
It doesn't feel real. I'm not gonna lie.
No, and as you, the listeners, might have heard while we were padding for time, the nerves have already kicked in, and I feel really sick with nerves right now. So after this stream is done, I'm going to go to my local chemist and ask them to do something to help my nerves, because it will really not be healthy to feel like this all day. Okay, so as you can probably guess, we're going to make predictions about what we think will happen in the grand final. So the main questions we'll ask ourselves is, what do we think the chances are of the automatic qualifiers, because those are the ones we haven't talked about at all this week. And also who we think is going to win overall, who we think is got a good shot for top 10, and unfortunately who we think is going to finish last. Oh God. I'm already...
Where do you want to start?
We can start with the big 5. So before we get started, I just want to say that this is a very hard final to predict, because I think this is a super strong final, and I'm prepared for anything to happen at this rate.
Yeah, the thing I'm worried about is the acts not getting the credit or the result that they deserve.
Yeah, but someone's got to finish badly, unfortunately.
I know.
Okay, so let's talk about the automatic qualifiers, because we haven't really talked about them this week. We've just been talking about the semi-finalists. So what are we thinking about, like, their chances like, I don't want to get too spoilery with one of them, but I do think one or two of them has a legit chance of winning, and I won't talk about it until we talk about our winner candidates.
Oh, okay. Well, this will be quite brief then.
Maybe.
Because
Actually, maybe thinking about it, why don't we just go ahead to saying what we think are what the potential winners will be? Because considering my answer, that would make the most sense. Actually, ignore that past minute. I'm sorry.
no, don't worry. Yeah, I think everyone knows that two of the big five are in with the biggest chance of winning the whole thing.
Yeah.
The other three, not so much.
Yeah. AJ just said in the chat, I think it could be like 2018/2011, where even the countries that finished towards the bottom still get a decent amount of points. Yeah, I could see that, definitely.
I hope so. I hope so.
Okay, so I'll start off with my winner candidates. So I've got two main candidates and two sort of outsiders that I think is still in with a chance if the numbers add right. So my main candidates are Italy and Iceland. I'm just thinking, in regards to Italy, I think it will probably make the most impact, and the betting odds kind of reflect that. I mean, it's got a 26% chance, according to the bookies last time I checked. Who knows if the bookies will be completely wrong this year? I mean, there's been occasions where it's definitely happened. 2011 definitely springs to mind. I do think the confidence of Italy potentially winning is justified. Like, I saw the full performance that was uploaded after semi-1, and it was really good. And for a video that didn't really get much publicity compared to the songs that actually competed in semi-1, it got a lot of views, so that's kind of indicative that potentially there's already kind of a little bit of interest in there, and that might reflect in the final. Who knows? I might be way off. And in regards to Iceland, I think, well, they got a really good slot in the running order to begin with, and also I think people will... I think there's a lot of sympathy towards them because, the whole thing with last year, they were one of the big favourites to win, and then there's the whole unfortunate circumstances with this year, and I think people at home will really want to root for them, so I think that could translate in terms of the results. And my two outsider candidates that could still win it if the numbers add up, I've got Switzerland and France, because again, both of those have got really good running order slots and they could potentially smash it with the juries, so those are my four, in my opinion.
Oh, good call. I think, what's going through my mind is I think we can probably maybe predict who's going to win, but not how they're going to do it.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if anyone will remember, but a couple of years ago, the Netherlands were the hot favourite and they did win, but not in the way that we thought they were going to.
Yeah, definitely.
Because we thought they'd top at least one vote, but they didn't. But oh well.
Well, they get close to winning the jury vote at least.
Yeah, absolutely. So yep, the countries that you've said are definitely in with a chance. I think I'm keeping an eye out for France. I'm not ruling out Switzerland because just because. Italy, it would be nice to see them win, and I'm also going to throw in there something I completely wasn't expecting before the live show started, but I'm completely here for Ukraine.
Yeah, I definitely think they
Because,
can win the televote. I'm just a little bit scared about the juries. Like, I
same.
don't think that they completely bomb Ukraine, but they won't give them enough points to push them to the overall win. But I could be
I
wrong.
do. Sorry.
I was just saying, but I could be completely wrong.
Well, we'll just have to see. I mean, I had no idea it was going to end up being so popular as it was, but as I say, I'm completely here for that.
Yeah, I'd love to go back to Ukraine. I had a good time.
Yeah, me too.
Anything else you want to say before we kind of move on to the next question?
Do you think the running order has knocked Malta's chances?
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of people
Sadly.
who are making all sort of excuses, kind of like, oh, but like any song can win from any running order and yada yada yada, and it's just kind of reminds me of when Occidentali's Karma got drawn seventh in 2017, and people were making all sorts of excuses like, oh, this can prove that a song before 10th can win, and it didn't come close, so wah, wah.
We'll just have to see, won't we?
Yeah, I do think it can still win the jury vote, but, and this is probably going to upset a lot of people, I'm fully expecting Malta to pull a Benjamin and Grosso.
Oh God, I don't think it'll be that bad. At least I hope not.
But who knows? I could be way off.
We'll see.
As you can hear, I'm not very confident in my predictions, just because I think the final is that strong, and you know, I think it'll be stupid to completely rule anything out.
Anything can happen.
Anything can happen. Ooh, 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 ooh. Is that how it goes? Oh, I haven't listened to that song for a long while, actually. Yes, AJ, I agree. It's such a pleasant surprise to see Ukraine be so popular, and I'd love to see it. Especially when certain people was like, oh, this could be Ukraine's first non-qualifier. Well, now they're one of the favourites, so...
God. Yeah.
Okay, so let's move on to the next question. So, who do we think is in with a good shot of finishing in the top 10? So, outside of the 4 countries that I already mentioned, there's quite a few. So, Ukraine, obviously, I would actually expect to be top 5 with a very strong televote. And in terms of other top 5 candidates, I would also say Malta would have a strong enough jury vote to be in the top 10. I'm personally hoping and praying Bulgaria does, just to stick it up to those douchebags in the betting community who seem to hate it for some weird reason. And also because it's my favourite. And I think Lithuania's got a really strong chance. I'm hoping that they get in the top 5, and I think it's plausible with that running order, although it's slightly concerning considering that they're right behind Ukraine, but who knows? I'm kind of stumped at the moment. Do you want to carry on?
Yeah, I would love a top 5 for Lithuania. That's what I really want. As time goes on, it seems to be slipping away, but I still have hope. What else? Based on their colossal YouTube views, I think Russia
Yeah,
will be up there,
definitely.
and they deserve to be. And this isn't necessarily a prediction, but something I'm really interested to see how well it goes down. San Marino.
Oh, that'll be interesting.
I want to know how well it's going to do.
Yeah, that would
Very
be.
well, I hope.
Yeah, that would be very interesting to see what happens, especially since they're closing the show.
Oh, I'm made up they're closing.
By the way, I just want to make a little complaint because we mentioned that Malta got drawn 6, and someone in the delegation went out and bitched and moaned about small nations like us will never get a good running order. San Marino is much smaller than you and they're closing the show. Hello.
Might drop. Also, can they not be so dramatic, please? They're ruining things for Destiny. Who doesn't?
I know, and I also saw like someone on a Maltese news site like publish an article about something along the lines of, "Oh, if you vote for Italy, you will destroy our chances of winning," and that's just, in the interest of fair play, that I just really hate that, and that's just kind of, I don't like that kind of behaviour.
I can see where you're coming from. But Malta are going to vote for Italy as well. They have a special relationship, and they've always voted for Italy anyway, so that's not going to stop them.
AJ says, I could see Belgium being pushed into the top 10 thanks to the juries. I could see that happen, yeah.
Oh, I hope so.
Yeah, that would be nice. Yeah.
Our top 10 is getting a little bit full, though, now.
Can you think of anyone else who could potentially be a top 10?
Good question. Cyprus, maybe?
Maybe, yeah. I do worry that being on first would kind of hinder their chances a little bit.
A little bit, but I still think it'll be popular.
Yeah, I definitely think so. Okay, so let's move on to what we were originally going to start off with. What do we think of the chances of the automatic qualifiers? So we've already touched on France and Italy's chances. What about excuse me, sorry. What about the other 4?
Cut.
You don't want to comment, do you?
I'm just worried for them, you know.
Yeah.
I don't want anything to do badly.
I'm assuming you're talking about the UK. Yeah.
Well, all of them, but in particular, yeah.
Yeah. I see some people saying that Germany could finish last, and I struggle to see that, really. I just think...
I can see it, but I don't want it to happen.
I don't know. I mean, usually divisive songs like that usually don't finish last. I don't know. I could be completely wrong. Who knows?
Who knows indeed.
Yeah.
I think the other 4 automatic qualifiers have the potential to finish mid-table or completely flop.
Yeah, that's quite
Again, it's
worrying.
not what I want. It's not what I want for any of them, but that's what it's looking like.
Yeah, what I have to say is that having seen like the full performances on YouTube, the ones that we haven't mentioned, Spain and the Netherlands, I thought they looked really good, as well as Italy, France, and Germany. So imagine my frustration when the UK comes out with the worst staging of them all. It's like, for God's sake, why can't the BBC hire someone who knows how to film a Eurovision performance properly? It's just... Oh.
I think this is part of the reason why I'm not feeling too good today, is because I don't really want to deal with the aftermath. We've already had to deal with a lot of pushback this week already from British people, British locals, and yeah, if we finish in the bottom tonight, it's just going to get worse for a couple of days, and I'm just going to have a not switch the television on for a couple of days, I think.
Yeah, I think that would be advisory. Like, what? It just annoys me because the BBC really do it to themselves. They really do. It's just, Okay, so...
Okay.
So,
Happy face.
Happy face. Okay, so let's move on to the last question, which kind of regretting ending off on a rather negative note, but who do we think is finishing last?
Do you want to go first?
I'm worried it's gonna be either us or Spain, which would absolutely suck, and I don't think it would be fair, but I don't know. Maybe, usually 9 times out of 10, the country that finishes last in the final is kind of a surprise, so I don't know.
I'm looking down the list and I'm wondering who else it could be.
Yeah.
There's no one else is really jumping out. I'd love Spain to do better than people are predicting. I really would. I hope that the public isn't going to ignore the Netherlands as well.
Yeah, I mean, I think the Netherlands is really good, but I just worried that the Gammons are gonna watch this and go, oh, I don't like this is too different. That would be so disappointing.
It would be. That's all I can say, really. I could throw out a couple of countries that I think will probably be near the bottom, but not at the bottom. I'm thinking maybe Israel, maybe Norway. I don't know if I could be completely wrong about that. I don't know what you think.
I could see Norway do not so good with the juries, at least. Just thinking about how strong this final is. I don't know how it'll do in a televote, but...
No idea.
Oh, AJ in the chat says that he thinks that whoever comes last will be a surprise. Yeah, that's kind of what I said. Yeah, it could be like a complete blindside for all we know.
I hope it's not going to be a nasty surprise.
Oh no. Getting my prayer circles for Bulgaria now.
Oh, it's not going to be Bulgaria. Come on. It's okay.
Nah, but I'm just thinking, in the unlikely event that it does, I just hate to think of the assholes in the betting community absolutely gloating like bunch of ghouls that they are.
Well, don't read their media feeds.
Don't worry, because after this final, I'm gonna block every single one of their accounts.
Yes.
just thinking, like, I was just thinking in terms of the jury vote, like, who do you think could do badly? I mean, I think Moldova's kind of like another obvious candidate for doing not so hot on the jury, but I don't know how they'll do in the televote.
But then again, we can't always predict how the juries will vote.
Yeah, fair point.
Gosh, it's really. I think doing predicting anything in this year is pretty redundant, to be honest with you.
Yeah. I feel like it definitely feels like, to me at least, a year where anything can happen. So just I'm going to hope for
seatbelts.
Yeah, I'm going to hope for the best and fear for the worst, basically.
Sit back and just smile and nod along. Yeah.
Okay. Any last words before we wrap this live stream up?
Yeah, just good luck, everybody, and I'm already a bit sad that it's nearly over, but on the other hand, Eurovision's never really completely over.
Nah.
And I just saw a Twitter post that reminded me that we've still got the live on tape to watch next week.
Oh, that'll be interesting.
So that's something to look forward to.
Yeah. Okay, so yep, I think that's just about it for today. So have fun, enjoy the show, and we'll probably be looking at doing a reaction stream either tomorrow or Monday, depending on how our schedules go. So
Sure.
Yeah, keep an eye out on that.
Yeah. Good luck, everybody.
Good luck, everybody. Good luck to all your faves and whoever they are. And, enjoy the show and take a nice deep breath and feel free to treat yourself if things don't go your way. And also, please, for the love of God, whatever the result is, if you're not happy with the result, don't take it out on any of the artists. Please, for the love of God, just don't.
Yeah, it is what it is. Just be nice.
Yeah.
Because you're not really supporting your artists by bashing the other ones.
Absolutely not. No.
And also vote.
Vote.
But
you
not,
gotta
but
vote.
Not more than. But
vote. Vote for the winners.
But not more than 20 times like I did on Thursday.
Whoops.
Because I completely forgot about the 20 vote limit.
Oh. Okay, so we're going to head off now. Do some. I'm at the least going to do some snack shopping for tonight, and also go to the chemist to get some over-the-counter medication to help calm my nerves and make me feel less like I'm going to throw up.
It's night nurse or something.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna go for a walk if it's not raining, which it has been all week.
Yeah, the weather's been crap this week.
It has. I took the whole week off, and it's just been a washout.
Whoops.
Oh well. Keep smiling.
Keep shining. Do. You always count on me for sure.
Yeah. All right, Dion Warwick.